Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a different kind of video. A video about my college application experience and just kind of, I don't know, my experience with college and where I'm going and what I'm doing and kind of like, I don't know. I really like watching these videos. I think they're interesting and I was looking for videos like this when I was applying to college, so hopefully this can be helpful to people if they're going to the same school as me and just kind of stuff like that. I live in Washington State, up in the corner. So I applied to 6 schools. I applied to University of Washington, University of Oregon, University of British Columbia, University of Utah, Portland State, and McGill. And then I almost applied to 2. I almost applied to NYU, and I almost applied to University of Victoria, UVic. I didn't apply to UVic because, well, that application, the deadline for that was kind of past the other ones. It was kind of later in the game. And I'd already gotten into Portland State and University of Oregon when I was applying for UVic. And while I was applying, I was just kind of thinking, like, I would rather go to University of Oregon over UVic, so why am I even applying? Like, it just seemed pointless, so I stopped the application. I think it's a pretty school on a beautiful campus, but I don't see myself there. It's not really a school for me. And then NYU, I was going to apply to Tisch School of the Arts for ballet and like choreography, directing, and stuff. But I decided that I didn't want to do ballet as my career. I wanted to do something different, something a little more stable, something a little more academically focused, academically inclined. And so I decided not to apply to NYU. It's also insanely expensive in an insanely expensive city and very hard to get into. So it was slim chances of me even being able to go if I did get in. So my other 6 schools, I was deciding between being a ballet dancer / like maybe choreography, directing, just kind of working in the ballet world somehow, and doing international relations, communications, French, international kind of global studies, that kind of thing. I was deciding between 2 careers that I loved both, could see myself doing, and I ended up picking the international communications relations type career just because as stability as a job, ballet is a hard career. To be a dancer is insanely challenging, insanely physically demanding, and your career is cut short. And then for directing and choreographing, it's a hard thing to find something to direct and something to choreograph. Like, it's fun and I love doing it and I'll probably always love doing it, but as a career it seemed really hard. Not a lot of money, not a lot of stability. It seemed amazing and fun and exciting, and I will hopefully still get to do things like that in my lifetime. I'd be really sad if I didn't, but I knew that it wasn't like what I wanted to go to university for, because I wanted to go to a university. I wanted to go to a school and I wanted to learn about the world and learn about people and learn about everything and travel and just go to university and just have a full college experience. And that's why I picked my other major, my other career, because that's what I want to study. That's what I want to learn about. I don't know. I'm not really sure where it's going to take me. I'm not really sure like what career exactly I'm going to have, but I knew that's what I wanted to learn. That's what I wanted to study. So I figured that was a good thing to go to school for. So I applied to University of Utah for their School of Ballet before I kind of decided that I wasn't going to do ballet. University of Utah has an amazing dance program, an amazing classical ballet program, and it's very hard to get into. The university itself is not challenging to get into. It's only a 81% acceptance rate, so it's not a challenging school to get into at all. But their ballet program, they only have about 100, 200 people in it, and that's freshmen through seniors for their ballet program. And I auditioned, and so they only let like enough as are leaving in, like they don't let that many in. And so I auditioned in Seattle with probably about 30 other girls, and it was a hard audition. You had to improv, you had to do contemporary as well as ballet, which I wasn't ready for that, but I actually got accepted. I was really thrilled, I was really excited, I was really surprised. But I got into their ballet program, I got into their ballet degree, so I could have gone there. I got accepted, but I decided not to go because I decided not to be a dancer, obviously. And so I live in Washington State, and so I knew I really probably should apply to a school in my state just because the tuition is great. But there's like a bit of a problem. The Washington State schools, like they just don't like work for what I want in a school. But the schools that I was looking at were kind of the bigger schools. I wanted like a bigger school, like kind of a lot of people, just a lot of like opportunities and clubs and like just kind of everything. So the schools I like were Western and UDub. I don't love Seattle though as a place to live. I don't know, like I wanted to just go farther than Washington though, so I kind of knew I wasn't going to go to school in Washington. I didn't apply to Western because it's like 2 blocks that way, so I'm not gonna just live at home and like my dad works there, like it's not, I don't want to go to Western. And the other schools, the other big schools are either like in the prairie, in the middle of nowhere, in a bad location, or they just didn't have what I was looking for. So I applied to UDub. I got waitlisted, I didn't get in. which I wasn't too disappointed about because I didn't really want to go there anyway. But UDub was actually really hard to get into this year. It only has a 53% acceptance rate. And my SAT score and GPA were not, like, they were like kind of average, low average. They weren't really like up there. I wasn't really a super high competitor. I might as well mention, I had a 3.7 GPA when I was applying for schools. Now I think it's gone up like because senior year, but that isn't taken into account. So I applied with 3.7 GPA. Yeah, my SAT score was a 1250. I got a 29 on the ACT. I got a 30 in English, 26 in math, 35 in reading, 24 in science. Like SAT kind of low average, GPA kind of high average, so I was doing all right, doing pretty good. But UW, I didn't get in. And then the classes I took, I'm in just like a regular high school AP curriculum, not an IB school, not like a prep school really, just like a regular generic US high school. My high schooling was kind of weird though, so I took freshman, sophomore year at high school, junior year at community college, and then senior year at high school, so some of my credits are kind of weird, and I regret doing that. I wish I hadn't, but oh well, you know. I didn't take any APs freshman year. I took AP French sophomore year. I went to college senior year and took English and world religions and pretty challenging, some like more challenging classes, but all pretty standard ones. Then senior year I took half a year of AP stats, then I quit, AP environmental science, AP lit and comp, and AP French again. So I took a few APs my senior year, which I think really actually helped me a lot, because looking at my transcript, it was just the one AP, and then I went to community college where there's no APs, so seeing the APs on my schedule senior year really helped my chances, I think. I would definitely try to take as many APs as you can junior and sophomore year, and so your senior year can be a little more chill, because your grades for senior year don't matter to your college applications anyway, because you're applying like fall your senior year. So try and get everything done your junior year and take the AP tests, because you can get credits waived, and colleges, like if you're taking an AP class and not the AP test, unless it's like for a good reason, like colleges see that, and when they see that you took the AP test, it matters a lot more. But I took 5 years of foreign language, I took 4 years of English, I took 4 years of science, I took like arts and electives and PE. The only problem was my math, which I didn't take enough math. That was a big issue for me. If I had, I might have gotten into more things, more business related things, but unfortunately I did not. After Washington kind of being ruled out, I moved down to Oregon, which I love the Pacific Northwest. I wanted to stay there. I applied to University of Oregon, and I applied to Portland State. I got accepted into Portland State University. They have a 61% acceptance rate, so I was really happy about that. That's not that high. I wasn't really thinking I was going to be able to get into acceptance rates kind of below like 60, just because of my SAT score, and I don't have, I had some issues because I didn't take like math through high school. I stopped at like algebra 2. So I didn't take math my junior and my senior year, which like don't do that, it's really dumb. But I stopped taking math, so I was having some problems with getting into places that needed like pre-calculus as a requirement, and like multiple years of math. It wasn't going good for me, but I got accepted into Portland State. Yeah, I think Portland State is a good school and it's a fine school, but I didn't go and tour it, and I didn't really have like a desire to go and tour it, and it was one of my like more safety schools kind of. I applied because I thought I had a chance at getting in, and I didn't. I knew that I didn't really see myself there, even though it's like, it seems like a great university and I think I'd be happy there, but I don't know, it just wasn't, it wasn't right, it wasn't clicking. Sometimes everything like looks good on paper, but like if you just don't like see the connection, see yourself there. And the other university in Oregon I applied to was University of Oregon, which I also got accepted into. Is a little bit easier to get into, has a 74% acceptance rate, and I really liked that school. It had a good like travel abroad program, it had a good international kind of program. They didn't have the kind of like ballet and like dance opportunities, extracurricular opportunities that I wanted though, so it was kind of like a downside, but I almost went there. It was my second choice school out of the ones I got accepted into. I could have gone there. I don't think it's a bad school, I think it's a great school. I think I'd be really happy there, but it didn't have, it had all the academics and the school spirit and the college experience, but it didn't have like the ballet and kind of the other side of it that would make me really happy to live there and enjoy living there, not just for the school. It didn't have like the city and the culture and the ballet, like I've said a million times. So that's ultimately why I choose my other school. The next school I applied to after kind of going to Oregon, I went up to British Columbia, Canada, which Canada's awesome. The way they do their schooling is really cool. Canadian government allots more money to education, so their universities are cheaper. Even though we were paying an international tuition, it's still a lot cheaper. So I applied to University of British Columbia. I loved that school. but their acceptance rate is 52, which is pretty low, and I got waitlisted. I didn't get rejected from any colleges, but I did get waitlisted to UBC and UDub, which was kind of a bummer. I really liked that school. I could see myself going there. I liked the academics, and I really just liked their international program and kind of their international approach to everything. Like, everything was just very like welcoming and global, and like you can travel abroad in a million places, and the campus was really cool. It was really pretty, and they had really good food. But my major downside to UBC was that it's huge. It's 61,000 people, and it's not in Vancouver. It's like pretty isolated. It's like a 10-minute, 15-minute car ride from Vancouver to UBC, and it's like it's like its own island. It has like everything right there. There's like a store right there, so you never leave the school really. Like, you can, but like there's no really like reason to leave the school, which I didn't like, because I want to explore the city. I want to like go out and have fun, and having it all like right there just seemed very kind of, I don't know, it just seemed a little like limiting to me. Even though the location was beautiful, like you really were just gonna be at you were really just gonna be at the college the whole time you were there, except for like if you went out on the weekend and stuff. But you couldn't really go out on like a night to Vancouver, because it's a long bus ride, it's expensive, and you got a bus ride back, and it just seemed like too much work for what it was. And although they had a bunch of stuff on their campus, it's a huge campus, I don't know, I just didn't really like that aspect of it. That was kind of, but that was the only negative thing. I love that school. I would have loved to go there, but I did not get in, unfortunately. Then the last school I applied to was McGill University in Montreal, on the other side of the world, on the other side of the country. And this is unlike, that school is unlike any other university I applied to, because it's not in the Pacific Northwest, it's not in my home, it's not in the place that I love more than anything. They speak French there. The culture feels like Europe. It feels like you've stepped on a plane and you're in Europe. There's cobblestone streets and buildings, and it's beautiful, and I fell in love. I don't know if you see my Montreal travel diary, I'll link it down below, but I was in love with the city. It was like the perfect city for me. It fit me so well, because I love French. I want to do French. And I was gonna go to school in France, maybe. I love French so much, but Montreal is like French, but it's still in the United States. It's in Canada, it's right up north, and even though it's like way over here and not just like up north, I don't know, like there was just something about it that just seemed so perfect and so like made for me. Like the city was right there, and McGill's campus is right downtown. It's right in the city. It's a beautiful, beautiful campus. Like it looks like a castle. It looks beautiful, it looks stunning. And the academics there are very, very good. They're very hard. Consistently ranked in the top 2 universities in Canada, and it's on like the top 100 for various things worldwide. It's consistently put there. Justin Trudeau went there. It's an amazing research university, but that means it's pretty hard to get into. It has a 46% acceptance rate, which is higher than I expected, but it's because of a couple of things. Like, you apply based on, you don't like apply and then you pick like a lot of US schools, like you pick your major. You apply like to your major, whether it's arts, science, law, medicine, and maybe another one, maybe engineering. I applied to arts and business because I kind of wanted to do international business, and I didn't get accepted into business. Like, I didn't get accepted whatsoever, but I did get accepted into arts, which is the easiest to get accepted into on campus. So that's why the acceptance rate is kind of skewed, because arts is kind of like up here, not that hard. But like medicine is like very hard to get into, and law is very challenging to get into, because that's kind of what the school is known for, is medicine and science. So those ones are very challenging to get into, whereas other ones like arts and maybe general science like aren't so hard to get into. So it's kind of like evens it out. But so I applied for business, didn't get in. I applied for arts, did get in, and I was over the moon, like thrilled. I was so confused and ecstatic and happy, and that is the school that I will be attending, McGill University in Montreal. I'm honestly terrified. Like, I'm so scared of being lonely. I'm so scared of missing my home and missing the Pacific Northwest and my sister and my friends. But I am also like, I'm so excited to move to that city. Montreal is beautiful. I grew up in Minnesota in the snow, and I have loved snow more than anything in the whole world for my entire life. And living in Washington, living in Bellingham, we live on the coast and you don't get much snow. It gets cold, but you don't get much snow. But Montreal, you get snow, and there's horse-drawn carriages, and it's French, and it's cultural, and it's beautiful. And then McGill, like everything about McGill really ticks off my list. The dorms are all singles pretty much, which I love because for me, the only reason I'd have a double room is to meet somebody. But since everybody is singles, everyone's in the same boat and everyone's meeting everybody differently, which means I get my own space and I get my own room and I can be like louder, I can play music, and I don't have to be kind of like keeping on my half all the time. So I'm so excited about that, and I'm just so excited about everything. They have amazing ballet and dancing opportunities. Not only in Montreal, if they didn't have it, I could go to Grand Ballet Canadien, or École Supérieure de Québec. Like I could go to amazing world-renowned ballet schools and take like adult drop-in classes, kind of ballet classes. But McGill itself has 2 dance companies, a contemporary jazz kind of company and then a ballet contemporary company. I'm gonna audition for both. And they also have dance classes, like a dance class schedule. They have ballet class, contemporary class, jazz class, like weekly. So I'm so excited to get the opportunity to dance and hopefully the opportunity to like direct and choreograph maybe like later in my time there. But I'm so excited, and I'm so excited for my videos to come about McGill because there's not a lot. I wish there were some more, but I'm going to make a bunch about it because I'm going to make all the videos that I wanted to find when I was applying. And McGill's a pretty big school. It has 40,000 students, but it's pretty spread out, and that's over 2 campuses, so it's not massive. And I'm really excited to go there. I'm going with my whole family at the end of August, which is in like 2 months. Pretty scary, but I'm gonna be filming like packing videos and dorm room videos and all sorts of fun college videos, so I can't wait for that. And I hope you enjoyed this video kind of hearing about my college application experience. Maybe it'll help you when you're applying. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Au revoir!